Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Welcome. 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 Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. We're expecting more people. We're expecting more people. You're all welcome to class. You're all welcome. Okay, so welcome. 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 Okay, I have my boss here. Afo, please unmute yourself. Oh.
Yeah, good evening, guys. I hope we're all fine. Thank you for joining the call. So, David here will be the one to teach you guys an introduction to programming. So, I think should we still wait for probably we should wait for like 3 minutes more so that others can join, so that they won't be like pulling you back.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah. And before we like move on to today's class, I would like to like call on like few people to give us a few insights because why on this list. Um, Adebayo, are you on this call? Adebayo, mute yourself. Can Adebayo hear me? And what is this? Caleb, are these guys here? Hello. Oh, okay, Caleb, that's fine. And for those that are just joining, you guys, you have to tell me the reason why you didn't join the first class because that's also part of your attendance. That's also part of your attendance, and it will be deducted from your grade. So please don't miss any classes. If there's anything that will even prompt that, you should actually drop a notice on the group. Okay. So David, I think you should go on with the class now.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much for that. So you're all welcome to class. You're welcome to class. I heard a lot of people didn't join the other class, the introduction class. So without further ado, let's just move straight to today's class. So in today's class, we're going to be looking at introduction to programming. But before that, let me just introduce myself. My name is David. My name is David Omishakin. I'm a software engineer. So basically, I work with Python a lot. I work with Python. So um, again, you are welcome to class. Okay, so I'm admitting somebody. All right. So again, you are all welcome to class, and then trust me, it's going to be an amazing one. And then before we even start anything, I want us to like prepare our mind that we are not just learning programming alone. We are also learning community building too as well. Because I noticed most of us don't really talk or interact on the group chats, and then we are becoming software engineers. We have to be able to like have conversation. You know, if you have issue and you don't have conversation with people in the group, how do you expect your issue should be solved? So please let's try and talk on the group, interact on the group, and I'm very sure with this programming that we are doing, there will be more interactions. Okay, there are still more people joining. All right, so I'm still admitting more people. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. Okay, so there are still more people joining. Hey. Let me just add there. All right. So if you are coming 7 7, please let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just put drop it in the comment section, because it's going to be an interactive class. It's not just okay, okay, okay. Everyone is saying yes. Okay, cool. So again, David Omishaki, he said in the class we are going to be more like we're going to be very very interactive, and then ask question, and then interact with each other. We are all here to learn. Nobody's a master here. We are all learning in this class. So let's move straight to the whole thing. Yeah, introduction to programming. So basically, if I should ask anyone here, if I should ask you here that what do you understand by programming? You can drop it on the comment section. What do you understand by programming? When it comes to your mind at first, what do you feel, or what comes to your mind first when you hear programming? Okay, a lot of people are joining. All right. So let me know. Let me know. You can type it in the comment section. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Oh, what do you understand by programming? When it comes to, like, when they say programming, it means something. Do we get? So let me know. Solving problems. Wow, that's very good. Solving problems. Somebody saying solving problems. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And one more response. I think we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we are. Is it six? I think we are six in the call. Please, I'm just getting one response. Just one response. Please, let's do better. I told you guys that it's going to be an interactive session, so it's not going to be like I'll just be teaching alone. We are going to be interacting with each other. Okay, a set of command written for a machine to operate. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you very much. The first one was Caleb. The second was erudite. So I want more response. I think we are eight or so in the call. We are eight or so in the call. Please let me know. 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 When you hear the word programming, what comes to your mind? When you hear programming, what comes to your mind? Let me know. Okay, so somebody is saying something here. Somebody is saying something here. Onoleye, he said programming refers to technology process for telling a computer which tasks to perform in order to solve problem. That's very very good. That's very good. That's true. That's true. You can see that we are all right, and I believe everyone is actually coming with a very good and a very sound mindset about what programming is. So in the course of the course, we are actually looking at software engineering, and then in the introduction aspects we discussed a lot, and I don't know why some of you didn't join. We discussed a lot how the cohort is going to go, how we are going to grade, and what you are going to be learning, and then also the major goal of this cohort. We actually did all that in the first what's it called in the first class. So in today's class we want to move to the practical aspect of programming. That's what we want to move to. So what I have on my next slide, I believe everyone will understand this thing. So what I have on my next slide is Python. Basically that's actually what we are going to be looking at for now. We are going to be doing Python today. So programming is, yeah, very good, very true. Programming is a set of exactly. So programming is a program designed for, you are very right, Abdullah. Okay, so we said, okay, people, you're welcome, you're welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome. So we are discussing introduction to programming. That's what we are discussing in the class today. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. I'm going to see it. Don't worry. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section, so we can also be fast, and then also I can answer all questions too. So Python programming. Python basically is a high level programming language known for its readability and versatility. So basically, when you hear Python, the major thing you should understand that Python is a programming language, and then based on our definition of programming language, we said solving problems is a set of command written for a machine to operate. We said programming refers to a technological process for, we said a lot of things and then they are all right. We said a lot of things. So now, when we now say programming, so Python is now like a tool, a language that we now use to solve a particular problem. Do we get? We use Python. We said programming basically solving problems, right? Is writing a set of instruction to solve a particular problem. Now, what language are you writing the instruction in? So we use Python as what, as a language. When we want to, the way I'm communicating to all everyone in the class now, I'm communicating with English that everyone can understand. I'm communicating with English that everyone here can actually understand. So if you look at it now, English is a language. If I'm communicating with French, French is a language. So let's see Python as that too as well. Do we get? Let's see Python as that too as well. It's form of communicating with the computer. So you are using Python language to communicate with that computer. So why are we using Python here? So basically, the key feature of Python is just that it's easy to learn. I know a lot of people will be like, easy. Let me bring it to you. It's actually very, very easy to learn. It has a large community support, and then it has extensive libraries. So it is not. I can't say it is not new that a lot of people use Python programming nowadays, because we use it for a lot of things. We use it for web development. We use it for machine learning. We use it for artificial intelligence. We use it for data science. So Python is actually, it has a lot of extensive library. So it supports a lot of things. So that's why Python is actually very, very, very popular. There are a lot of people are now using Python today. So don't look at it as if you are learning something that is outdated or something that is archaic. No, Python is actually one of the hot cakes now. So if you can actually learn Python very well, for you can transition it to anything. You can say, okay, now that I know Python, I want to move to artificial intelligence. I want to move to data science. I want to move to data analysis. I want to move to machine learning. You can move to a lot of things. You can move to a bunch of things in the technology ecosystem. So the next thing I'm going to be showing us on my slide is now I was saying why learn Python. Why learn Python? So when I say why learn Python, basically what I'm trying to tell you guys that is Python supports web development, it supports data analysis, it actually supports machine learning and AI, automation and scripting. Just to mention it, Python actually is a very, very good language, a very good language. And then when I say industry demand, I mean you can highlight jobs that are actually that use Python for. There are a lot of jobs that actually use Python. And then when I say web development, you know, a lot of people might be looking at it as okay, so let's see if companies are actually using this thing that I'm saying. So if you look at YouTube, if you look at Reddit, if you look at Quora, if you look at Instagram, if you look at Spotify, they are all these big guys. They're actually using Python for their software. They are using Python for their application. So you might be looking at it that how are they using Python? They are using Python for their application. In fact, Instagram was built with Python first. Instagram, it was built with Python first using the Django REST framework. So let's just know that Python is actually a very, very big language, a very, very big one. So the next thing I have on my slide, please, I believe I'm not moving too fast. Please let me know if I'm not moving too fast.
David,
Yeah.
please, Olu, someone is raising up. You
Yeah,
can.
I said they should write it in the comment section. Please, if you are raising your hand, please let me know in the comment section. So someone said I'm moving fast. Thank you very much. See, I'm moving fast for a reason. This why I'm moving fast is I know I'm still going to ask. So now that I'm asking now, you're saying what jobs can I actually get right now with Python? So someone said what jobs can I actually get now with Python? So there are varieties of jobs that you can what jobs can I actually get right now with Python in Nigeria? there are varieties of jobs you can actually get in Nigeria. Like I said earlier, you can get jobs in web development, you can get job with data analysis, you can get job with machine learning and AI. I mean, everything I just mentioned now, they are in practice in Nigeria. Do we get? So please, the person asking that question, drop it in the comment section. Let's see. I'm not sure this person is here. Oh. So please, Balogo Tamilore, did I answer your question now? Please let me know if I answer your question. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, Afo, you can see that this person is not writing anything. Okay, so maybe you should omit your mic. Let's hear what you want to say.
Or probably it's a mistake or something.
Yeah, that's actually why I said it right in the comment section, so we don't
Yeah,
disturb the
just
class
go
like
on
that.
with your listening.
All right. So, like I said, sites built with Python. I've listed like some of them. We have a lot of them, but we have a lot of them. So I just listed of some of them. So we now want to move to setting up Python. So look at it now. Everything I just introduced us to now is basically everything I've said is basically introducing us to Python. It's nothing serious like that. I'm just trying to like get us I'm just trying to like I would say buy us into Python. That's actually what I'm doing. So it's not as if I'm actually moving very very fast. We just have to like we have limited time, just wanna so we have to be able to know okay our time is not wasted, our 1 hour is not wasted. We actually use it for something very good. So yeah, so setting up Python. So basically, I think I have that in my other slide. This is actually the same thing with this. So okay, so setting up Python now, that's the installation aspect. So the first thing you want to do is you want to download Python. You have to download Python. Unlike JavaScript, you don't have to download. Like some language, you don't have to download them. But Python, you have to download Python on your laptop, or let me say on your machine. You have to download Python on your machine. And how do you? Please can take us back to the previous slide. I need to get a screenshot. The second slide, I mean. Okay, don't worry. We are going to. I'm going to send. We are going to send the slide to the group. We'll send the slide to the group. Don't worry. We are going to send the slide to the group. So you have to download Python on your machine first before you can use Python. You have to download Python. And how do you download Python? Let me show you how you can actually do that now. So let me just share my browser screen so we can see how. So let me go to my browser. Okay. I believe everyone can see my screen. Okay. I believe everyone can see my screen, right? So let me just take us to where to. Yes, okay, thank you very much for confirming that. So let me just look at what I just want to do. I just want to do Python. I'll just do Python. Sorry, my laptop is not. Python.org. That's actually where I came to. I'll just go to python.org. So from this python.org here, the next thing you want to do here basically is to come over to download. So when you come over to download, you click on you just click on this. Once you click on it, the next thing, I've downloaded mine. So let me just download it because of the class. So when I click on download on Chrome, you can see that it's downloading already. If you look at this place now, you can see that I have it down. It's downloading already. So after downloading Python 3.1.6, the next thing you want to do is to go over to your. I want to make sure we are all following the class. Please, did you get how I went to that place? Let me know. I went to python.org, then I clicked on download. I didn't have to click. I just over on download. Then I just clicked on 3.1 3.12.6. But now there's one more thing that you need to know here. If you are using, I'm using Windows. That's why I'm actually downloading for Windows. If you are using Mac OS or you are using any other device or any other machine, you have to select the one that is actually specific for your machine. So let me just click on the download here. So I'll just go to the this thing. Let me go to that. So we have a lot of version here. We have a lot of but we advise we download you can click on Python. So we advise we download the latest version. We advise we download the latest version. Don't go and start saying you want to download all this one because their installation might be a bit tricky. So I will advise we what download this particular one here. So after downloading it, it's going to download to your downloads folder. So let me just go to my download folder so you can actually see where I have it in my download folder. So I'll go to my download folder now so you can see. Let me go to my download folder. So I'll go to my download folder here. All right, so you can see the Python I just downloaded now. I believe you can all see it now. The one I just downloaded now. Oh, I just saw that. I can't share my screen. What's going on? Please, can we all see my screen? Can you see my screen? Hey, no. I mean, can you see my download folder screen? That's actually what I'm asking. I'm not sure we can all see it. Let me go there again. All right. Thank you very much for letting me know. So let me go back to the place again. Let me go back again. Let me go back again. Okay. So I think it should be up anytime soon. All right. So I believe you can all see it now. I believe you can all see it now. So this is actually the Python. Yeah, thank you very much for confirming that. So this is the Python I downloaded now. So the next thing you want to do is to right click on it. So after right clicking, you click on open or you click on run as administrator. Just a normal way. I don't want to install it now because I have one installed. If I install this one, most of the project I'm working on it might you might have it that I'm actually not installing this. I could have show us how to actually install this, but don't worry, I'm going to like prepare a step by step process on how to do the installation, and I'm very sure we should be able to do the installation because it's actually straightforward. Python doesn't have anything stressful attached with it, so it's just a straightforward thing. Do we get? So please let me know, do we all get the installation the what I just said about downloading Python? Please let me know in the comment section if you get that part. Okay, okay. So it's just few people that are actually responding. I believe we are all in class. Someone said, okay, another person said yes. Yes, yes. All right. Thank you very much for confirming that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for confirming that. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you very much. All right. So someone said, okay, I think Balogo Tamilore, you are using Linux. So now, obviously, since you are using Linux, you have to download um, Python for Linux, not Python for Windows. So if you are using MacBook, note that you are downloading for Mac OS, not for Windows. I mean on their this thing. Let me go back to the website so we can all get what I'm saying. Let me go back to the website. Okay, so this Python. So now when you click on download, you can see we have Windows, we have Mac OS. So let me just click on download here. I think this is even there this thing safe. Okay, so you can see you have to download for other, like if you have a Mac OS, you download for Mac. You click on Mac OS like this, then you go and download for Mac OS. You can see they took you to this place. So please note that you are downloading Python your for your device. Please let's make sure we do that. Okay, thank you very much for confirming that you heard that. Okay, so the next thing we have on our agenda, again, after downloading Python, basically after installing it, what's the next thing for you to do? What's the next thing for you to do? That's actually what I'm going to be sharing with us next. So let me come back to my let me go back to my slide. So I want to go back to my slide now. Yeah, so I'm back to my slide. Okay, so after downloading, the next thing you want to check is check if Python is installed. For you to check if Python is installed, you have to press a certain you have to press a command, and the command you have to press is python hyphen version, python hyphen version, or you press python space hyphen v, capital V. So I'm going to be showing us how we can actually do that after you install Python. So let me show us how we can do something like that. So I'll go over to coming. So I'm thinking I should just share my entire screen so we can all follow along. So let me share my entire screen this time. So my screen is going to be up very soon. All right, so this is my entire screen here. This is my entire screen here. So I'll go over to this particular place. So let me just go back. All right, so the next thing you want to do basically is you want to check the Python version you have here. So now I know a lot of people, some people are using Windows 10 or and the like. So now what you want to do, come over to your search bar here. So when you get to search bar, what's going on? Why is it slow? I don't know what's going on. My laptop is a bit slow now. Hey. What's going on? All right, so you type CMD. So once you type CMD, you click on open. Note that is after you install Python. That's when you are coming to CMD. Please take note of that. Why is it slow like this? So sorry, my laptop is getting slow already. Oh, I've opened it several times. I'm so sorry, my laptop is slow. I have a lot of things running. That's why it's slow like this. All right, because I have more than one this thing. Okay, so now I opened CMD. I showed you guys how to actually open CMD. You go to your search bar, you type CMD, and then you open command prompt. So basically, what command prompt? We refer command prompt to as terminal. So when I mention terminal, I mean your command prompt. Do you get? So now, because I have Python installed. How do I check if Python is installed? You know, I told you after the installation, you have to check, you have to confirm if you have Python installed. How do you do that? You come over here, you type Python, Python space hyphen version, then you press enter. So now if you look at it now, it's saying I have Python 3.1 3.11.9, and if you notice, the latest Python we have there was 3.12. Sorry, the call is coming in. So 3.11 3.12 point something. That's what we have on their official website. Oh, I have to cancel this. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so 3.11.9. That's the version I have installed for now. That's the version I'm using. Let me do it again. Python hyphen version. So you can say 3.11.9, or you do Python space dash capital V. If you do these two commands, it's still going to give you the same result. So this is how to check if Python is installed on your machine. This is how you are going to check. Okay, thank you very much for coming. That 3.1 3.12.6. yeah, so mine is a bit lower. You know, I was saying it that I don't want to install the latest version because of what I'm actually working on for now. I don't want any problem with them. So this is how to check the version of the Python you have installed. Do you get? And basically over time, you know, for you to, like, let's say if you install Node, you might be using all this kind of thing like Node version, you know, all those things. So just get yourself familiar with command prompt, with your normal terminal. You know, I said when I say terminal, I mean command prompt. You know, they go hand in hand. Do we get? So now, can someone type in the comment section what's the command to check your Python version? Let me know in the comment section. What's the command? So someone is trying to join. You're welcome. So what's the command? Let me know in the comment section. Command to check the Python version you have installed on your laptop or on your machine. Okay, Python. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, cool, cool. It shows that we are getting it. It shows that we are getting it. All right, good. So, yeah, it shows that we are getting it. Okay, so now, I was saying something earlier. I said we are writing Python as a programming language here, and I used English for example. So when I say English now, I said English is actually a means of communication, right? So definitely English has a way you write English. It has a way you write them. It has instruction. It has rules as well, and it has a way you write them. So now for us to write our Python, you don't just write it in your head. We now have editors, that is IDEs, for writing our programming languages, our Python, our JavaScript, our this thing basically. I'm not limiting it to Python now. I'm saying it like generally. So we have PyCharm for Python basically. PyCharm is actually for Python basically. So we have VS Code, Visual Studio Code. That's general. You can write your JavaScript, you can write your Python, you can write your Java, you can write C++, you can write C. Basically any programming language on VS Code. So Jupyter Notebook basically, and we use it for Python mostly. I just listed this one here, so we can, how do I put it now? So we can know that, oh, we have other editors so that actually for everything. Basically, I can say, oh, let's use PyCharm since it's for Python. But so I don't just take us or put us in one environment that okay, PyCharm is only the editor. Do you get? So we have several editors. We have a lot of them. You can use Sublime Text too as well. We have Sublime Text. We have Atom. We have a lot of editor. But the most popular one is Visual Studio Code. But for Python, the most popular one is PyCharm. That's for Python. So if you want to install PyCharm, what you simply do. So somebody is showing error already. Okay, so Python 3.1 main. Okay. I thought somebody is having issue. All right. So now to download PyCharm, now you basically go to your browser and then search PyCharm. That's what you do. So download PyCharm. And also, what about Tony? I don't know Tony, but we have a lot of them. I said we have a lot of them. Okay, so now the Visual Studio Code we are going to be making use in this training is VS Code. That's what we are going to be using in this training. So how do you download? Yeah, that's for embedded system. Okay, cool. So the one we are going to be using is Python. Sorry, VS Code. So now to download VS Code, what you simply do is you head over to your browser, you type Visual Studio Code. You type Visual Studio Code. So let's go. So let's wait for it to load. Okay, so now what you just need to do is just click on download. If I click on download from my end here, it's actually going to download automatically. I downloaded the other one, so I don't want to download it because I have it installed already. And then you install VS Code the normal way you install other application, other software on your laptop. That's how you install VS Code. So it's not as if you are installing it in a certain kind of way. It's still the same way you install your WhatsApp, the same way you are going to install VS Code as well. So once again, I said in the cohort we are going to be using VS Code. That's what we are going to be using. Okay, so please that we are here now, please, do we have any question? Please let me know if you have any question before we move on, because I'm going to be moving to my VS Code and showing us how to use our VS Code. Oh, okay, someone said no. Okay, so we are more than one in the class. Please, I want more response. Do we have any question, or I should believe everything I've said so far? Everyone, we all understood it. Everything I've said so far. Please let me know. Let me know. Someone said no question. All right, that shows that you understand everything we've discussed today. No question. Okay, so I said we are going to be using Visual Studio Code, right? So can we use a code for phone? Yes, you can use a code for phone too as well. But it's just that, let me pray for you. God will give you phone, laptop. Let me just put it that way, because coding on on mobile phone is actually very very taxing. It's very very hard and very very stressful. Yeah. So Visual Studio Code, yeah. So I'll go to my search bar and then search Visual Studio Code. So now, after you install Visual Studio Code, what you just need to do is, come over to your search bar, search for Visual Studio Code, then click open. So if you click open, I pray there's only open. Listen, I have it open before though, because I was doing something earlier. All right, so I have mine open here. So obviously, when you are just starting, it might be a bit different from what you are seeing here. It's because I've done a lot of stuff here. That's why I'm seeing this. So what you'll be seeing an onboarding screen. That's what you'll be seeing after you do your installation. So, but don't worry, don't fret. All you just need to do is just to know, where I'm going to create new file. If no When I say create new file, everyone should be able to understand. When I say create new file, I mean you are creating a script file. Don't worry, I'm going to be explaining it very soon. So before I start doing anything here, the first thing I want to do, so that your code is going to be more organized, the first thing you need to do is head over to, sorry, can you can install Python on Terminus for Android? Yes, yes, yes. You can install. Yes, yes, yes. You can also do that too. You can do that. Okay. So I'll go over to my file here. Okay. So what do I have here? All right. So I'll come here. I'll create a folder. That's the first thing you need to do. So your code is going to be more organized. That's the first thing you need to do. So I'll just say Python class, Python underscore class. I just put Python underscore class here. So now that I have my Python underscore class here and I have my VS Code here, I've opened my VS Code here. So you can see I don't have anything going on in my VS Code. So the next thing I want to do is to click on open folder. Note what I said click on open folder. So when you click open folder, okay, so now I saved my file. Is actually, I created it on my desktop. So I'll go over to desktop. Then you can see I have Python class here. So I'll just click on Python class. Then I'll click on select folder. So note that I didn't double click it. I did not double click it. I clicked on it once and then click on select folder. So now you can see that now, okay, you click on yes. It's going to show you something like this. You click on yes. So now if you look at it now, you can see that I have my Python here. Consider I have my Python here. Please, what I just did now, do you understand? Please let me know if you understand what I just did now with the creating of folder and then putting my folder inside my VS Code. Please, do you understand it? Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Wait, it's just one person that is replying. No, please let me know if I can get. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for the response. All right, so now you can see that I have my Python here. That means anything I'm doing inside this place is going to be reflecting inside the folder I created on my desktop. And what do I say? What do I mean by folder I created on my desktop? So let me go over to this place. So if you look at it now, this particular folder here is empty. It's empty. So if I create, for example, so if you want to create a file, you come over to this place. You come over here. You can see we have let me over on it. You can see we have new file. If we're over on this one, we have new folder. This one is just to refresh your Explorer, and then this one is to what, to collapse your Explorer. So this particular thing here is just your normal Explorer. That's what you use to explore your files. That is, this is actually my working directory. So now if I click on new folder here, I'm sorry, I clicked on new file. So let me just create a normal text file. So if I do class.txt, so this is a text file. You can see that this is a text file. So now this text file, now I just created this now. Let me go to my Python class again. So now if I go to my Python class, you can see I have class. You can see I just created a folder, a file there. I created the file inside my VS Code and is reflecting in my folder here. So you can see that anything you create inside this place here is going to reflect in your folder. Please, do we get this? Like what I just explained now, do we all get it? You can drop reaction too as well. Okay, very good. Thank you very much for confirming that. So now, okay, I'm trying to see more response. All right. Thank you very much for confirming that. Thank you very much for confirming that. So now, the next thing, sorry, somebody is saying
Indeed.
something. Yes.
Yeah. Someone is raising up. And Gift, you have something to say?
Someone he said I should resend PDF. Okay, I said the PDF is actually going to send. I'm going to send the PDF to the group. So you are going to get the PDF tonight, though. You are going to get it tonight. Do we all get this? Okay. So moving on. We've I've walked us through the whole process. So now the next thing we now want to do, we said we are working with Python. So now, when we say Python, all we are just doing basically, we are just writing scripts. That's what we are writing. And when I say script is actually a file. The same way we have this text file here, that we have welcome to OTC here. The same way I wrote welcome to OTC here, when you open this file, it is welcome to OTC you are going to be seeing. So now, when you are now writing Python, we have a way of naming our file. And how do we name our file? We can just say class dot py. It must have dot py as an extension. So let me explain this extension now. If you notice my class.txt, I was saying this is a text file. Now, when you create a text file on your laptop with Notepad and save it, you will notice that the extension is going to be .txt. When you create a document file that is from your Microsoft Word, it will be .cocx thereabout. That's a document file. When you create an Excel file, like an Excel sheet, you will notice that it has xlxl .xlxl. That means that's an Excel sheet. So when you have Python too, you have .py. When you're writing your Python, you can see that it's actually giving me this Python logo, because it says that, oh, I'm writing a Python file. Please, do we all get this extension that I just explained now? Please let me know if you actually understand the extension I explained now. Okay. Thank you very much for confirming that. So I used document file, our normal Microsoft Word. I use our normal Excel to explain this thing so we can all understand it. So yeah, welcome to Python like this. Now, if you are able to get to this particular place, note that if you don't have Python installed, you won't be seeing all these things. If you don't have Python installed, so make sure you have Python installed. You check the version of your Python, you have VS Code, and then you are good to go. So let's write our first programming language. Let's write our first code here. So somebody is joining the class, or I clicked no. So let's write our first code here. So for us to write our first code now, the first thing I want us to write is print welcome to class. Print welcome to class. So if I say print welcome to class, that's the first thing I wrote in my Python file, print welcome to class. So let's see the output is going to display. So now, how do I check the output of this particular file now? How do I check the output? For you to check the output, you basically come over here, and then on terminal, you click on new terminal. Let me do it again. You come over here, you click on it, you click on all these dots, you click on terminal, then you click on new terminal. So it's going to bring up a terminal for you over here. So it is the terminal you are going to be using to interact with your Python script. You check on the terminal, and then I'm very sure if you are familiar with HTML, CSS, basically what you are doing, you are interacting with the browser directly. But in Python, you are not interacting with the browser. You are interacting with terminal. You are doing core programming. That's what you are doing here. So now that I have my terminal here, please the process of the terminal, please let's make sure we understand it all. I said we clicked on this, we clicked on new terminal. Then after clicking new terminal, we are going to start terminal here. So now if you look at my directory here, you can see that I'm inside this Python class. If you are not inside this Python class and you want to run this file, it won't work. Please note that you follow the whole progression. Then later on that you are getting familiar, that you are getting used to VS Code, then you can now try other things. But at least follow the main conversion first. Do you get? So now how do I run this Python file here? So for me to run this Python file, basically what I will do is I'll do Python. I will now type class.py. I'll do Python class.py. Python class.py. Python means, oh, I'm running a Python file. Then what is the name of the file you are running? Class.py. That's the code I just wrote here in my terminal. So let me bring my terminal up very well so we can all see it. Or let me just make sure my code is very big so we can all see it all at once. All right, so .py. So now if I should press enter here, so you can see what it's saying is giving me. It's giving me welcome to class. So this Python file here, what I wrote here, the command I gave it, I told it to what? Print welcome to class. And that is exactly what is giving me. Please let me know, do we all get what I just did here? Okay. Please let me know in the comment section, like what I just explained now, do you understand? Okay, good, 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 good. Thank you very much for confirming that. Thank you very much for confirming that. Okay, thank you very much for confirming that. Afo,
Yes.
please can you create another link, another Google Meet link that will start 8 o'clock or so?
Okay, okay. We'll be adding probably like 30 minutes more, right?
Not up to 30 minutes, not up to 30 minutes, but just like explain some parts. All right, then thank you very much for that. Okay, so yeah, so I believe we all understand what we did here. Welcome to class. That's actually what we just did here. So good. We are now starting Python main. That's actually what we are doing now. So let me just save this particular one here. So to those of us that did not really know that we are new to Python, I did something here and I didn't really explain what it means. So earlier I did something. When I typed this Python, if you look at the top here, you are seeing one circle here. So what this circle means is that your file is not saved. Once you save your file, it will go. So how do you save your file? You do Control S. If you look at it, before I did Control S now, I was seeing, sorry, let me take it again. You can see that I'm seeing this circle here. I was seeing the circle here. Once I do Control S, that means I've saved my file. Then my file is up for me to run. Please let's note that too as well. So yeah, I think we have done our first Python program. So the next thing we are going to be looking at is variables, because that's actually one of the core aspect of Python or core aspect of programming. So basically, what we are going to be learning in this Python here, we are not learning Python for Python's sake. We are learning Python for programming sake. What you are actually using in this Python here, like the concepts you are using, you can use it for other programming language. The only thing that will just be different is that the only thing that is just different is that the syntax is the only thing that will be different. Do we get? So the same way we have variable here, the same way we have variables across all programming language. So you have variable here in Python. We have JavaScript. We have variable. C++ we have variable. Any programming language, we all have variables. So what do we mean by variables? That's the next thing we want to look at. So in most of the programming languages, a variable is a named location used to store data in the memory. Each variable must have a unique called identifier. It is helpful to think of variable as a container that holds data which can be changed later throughout programming. So basically, let me just explain what variable is. So what variable basically means is just like a container. So let me just put it from this endpoint now. So the endpoint I'm going to be putting it, if you have a bottle, and you have water inside that bottle. So now that bottle, if you want to request for the bottle, you ask the person, please can you pass me the water? Because it is water that is inside that bottle. That's why you're asking for what? For water. If it was coffee that was inside the bottle, you won't say pass me water, you will say pass me coffee. That's the next thing you will say. So now you can see that the same bottle that has different content, you are giving it different name. So now that container is what we mean by variable. Do we get? So variable is like a container that actually takes in content. Do we get that? It actually takes in content. Now the content it takes in is now the name we are going to use to reference it. Now the most popular variable in the world is name, because if you ask me what is my name, I will give you David. If you ask somebody in the call what is their name, they will give you something else, because you are basically asking them for a variable name. The name of the variable is name. Please, do we all get what I just explained now? Like the whole thing I just said about variable, that I said is actually okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much for confirming that. Thank you very much for confirming that. So, aha, thank you. So now, if I should ask you now, what do you understand by variable? I believe we can all have something to say. If I should ask you, what's the meaning of variable? So let me even ask, what's the meaning of variable? Like based on my explanation now, that I said it's actually a container that takes in content, and then most times it is the content that the container is taking. That's what you use to what, to reference that content. And I use bottle as example. I said if you have water inside a bottle, inside one bottle, you call it water bottle. But if you have coffee inside that same bottle, you call it coffee, because it is the content that is giving name to that what, to that container. Please let me know. Let me know what do you understand by variable. Let me know in the comment section. What you understand by variable. Let me know in the comment section. It stores data. Exactly, 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 exactly. So now I used name as example. Now if you ask me what is my name, name is a very, what can why can we call it a coffee? Yes, you can call it okay. Someone's asking why can't we call it a coffee bottle? Now look at it now. Most times, we used to have water bottle when we just like a, let me, I won't say poor English though. I won't say poor English though. So I'll just put it as you can also say coffee bottle. Do you get? So you can just say pass me that coffee or pass me the water. Do you get? I just want us to understand the context that I'm using to explain variable. That's the main goal of this. That's the main goal. Yeah, so that's actually the main goal of variable. So now the variable I just explained now, it's cut across all programming language. It's not as if it's only Python that we only use variable. We use it everywhere. So now if you understand it now, when you are learning other programming language, it won't be difficult for you, because you already understand the meaning of variable. That's why we actually have to start with the concept of programming first before we move to let's say something that is pertaining to Python alone or this thing. So we have to look at the concept, and this is actually the concept of programming, basically the concept of programming basically. So Afo, please, the link, have you sent it to the group? uh
I will send it now. I will send
okay,
it now.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much for that, because it's just 4 minutes remaining. Okay, so while we are still waiting for the link, please let me know what we just discussed tonight. What was your understanding based on what we discussed this evening? Or based on what we just discussed this evening, what do you understand based on what we just discussed? Okay,
Okay. Let's move to the new one now.
all right.
We can all join, and I'll also send it to the group now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Please, let's all move to the
Let's all move the new
link. Let's move
to
to
the
the new link. Please, let's move to the new link. Oh, let's move to the new link.
David.
Yes. Okay, okay,
Okay,
you're all
okay,
welcome.
you're all welcome.
All right. So I
All
believe
right.
everyone
So
can
I
see my
believe
screen.
everyone can see it.
Okay, good. All right, all right. So everyone can see my screen, yeah. So we just discussed variable basically. That's what we just discussed now. So let's move to the next thing on our this. I just explained what variable is basically, and I said it holds data. So now, if you notice, I we discussed variable without mentioning Python or without mentioning anything. We just discussed it like naturally. We just discussed it. So now, when we now say variable pertaining to Python, that's where we now come to how to declare variable in Python. Do we get how to declare variable in Python? So now, how do you declare variable in Python? How do you declare variable in Python? So this is how to declare variable in Python. So let me go to my VS Code here. So I'll go back to my VS Code. I'll take this code out. So let me take this code out and then come over to this place. And then now, I said something. I said name is actually one of the most popular variable. So now if I should put name, now this name, now if I should say name equals to, I wrote David here. So what I'm basically saying is that, sorry, what I'm basically saying is that my name is what? My name is David. That's what I'm saying here. So now, what is the variable name here? Can someone tell me in the comment section? What is the variable name in this place? In this code like the code I just wrote now. What's the variable name here? Please let me know in the comment section. The variable name here. Let me know in the comment section. What's the variable name? No, no, no. That's not the variable name. Okay? Someone said name. Exactly. Name is the variable name, not David. David is the data you are storing inside name. Do we get? David is the data you are storing inside name. So name itself is the variable name, while David is the data you are storing inside. Name is the container. David is the data you are storing inside. Please, do we all get it now? Okay, okay. Thank you very much for confirming that. So let's do another one now. Let's do another one now. So let's say I want to have websites. Website equals to. So I wrote otc.com. otc.com. Now, what is the variable name here? What's the variable name here? Let me know the variable name here. Website. Website is the variable name. Yeah, thank you very much for confirming that. So now that I have name and I have website, so we now understand that variable name is actually like the container, while the next thing you are putting inside is the data that you are assigning the data to it. Okay, so let's just print our this thing. So now, the first one we did welcome to class, right? So now if I want to print David now, what will I print? Let me say I want to print David. What will I print? I can basically come here and say print David here. I can say print David. If I say print David, it's going to print David. But now I don't want to put David because I've put David inside a variable name. I've put inside a container. So definitely when I call that container, it should be able to return that David for me. So now what will I put in? If I want to print David, what will I put? I want to print David. What will I put? Okay, so someone said print name. Exactly. Someone said print name. So now the only thing I just need to put here is what? Name. So if I say print name and then I run my code again, I do python space class.py. That's my file name. So if I should press enter, so you can see David here. So you can see it's showing David on the terminal. So somebody's mic is
David.
okay, okay.
Yeah, check the comment section. Someone write print name, so you should like explain to them that the name will not be in quotes.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Probably
I saw it. I saw it too. Okay, so I saw this the name here. I saw the name here. I saw somebody wrote this like this. No, if you write this now, it's going to print name. Look at it. Let's check it out. So look at it here. If I write print name, you can see it's actually printing name. It's not printing David, because the name is what is a variable name. So you don't need to what to put it inside quotes. You don't need to put it inside quotes because you are calling a variable name here. You don't put a variable name inside quotes. So let me just clear this and then run this code again. Cool. So you can see we are getting David. So now if I want to print otc.com, what will I put in the this thing? What will I put? If I want to print otc.com, what will I put in my print statement? What will I put in my print statement? If I want to print otc.com, what will I put in my print statement? Okay, I will print websites, yeah. So I'll print websites. So let's check it out now. So if I just say print websites here and then save and then come over here and run our code again, our file again. So you can see we have otc.com. So please, I believe what we just did here, I believe you all understand everything we just did here. Please let me know if you actually understand everything we just did there. Somebody is raising their, please, if you have a question, don't worry, ask in the comment section. I'm going to respond to it because I'm actively checking the comments. If you have any question, just ask in the comment section. I'm going to respond to it immediately. Okay, so everything we just did now, I believe it is now clear. Okay, we've done variable name, we've actually added something to it, we've done our print statement, that is to check the variable name. We've done a lot of things. Is there a difference between website and website? Okay, so somebody said, is there a difference between website and website? Okay, so now that's actually where we are actually going to go in the next slide. We are going to go there in the next slide though. That's where we are going. So variable names like this now. We have how will I put this now? Your naming actually matters so as well. Your naming matters so as well. So we are going to see how we can actually do that now, but I just don't want to rush us. Okay, so there are rules in naming variable. There are rules in naming variables. So let me come. Is there a difference? No, I'm going to answer your question now, but I just want us to like move to the next slide and then from there I will answer your question. So there are rules in naming variable. The first one is a variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. You might want to have your variable name, like let's say you want to write you want to join two words together. So let's say if you want to join two words together now, and for example if you want to write let's say you want to write, I'm just looking for a name that has two words that you want to join together. So let's say you want to write first name. Normally if you want to write first name, you write first, then you put space, then you write name, right? Now if you want to do this now, you don't write first name and then put OTC like this. You don't write this. What you need to do, you join them together. Is either you join them together or you what? You separate them. We are going to be seeing how we can actually do all those separation in the later in the slide. You're going to see how you can actually do or something like that. So now, how do you start your file, your variable name? Yeah, I said the variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. So now, basically, what I'm basically saying is that your variable name must start with, it can either start with what? Underscore. If it starts with underscore or a normal letter. It can start with normal letter, it can start with underscore, but it cannot start with percentage or it starts with bracket or it starts with other characters. Only it should start with underscore or your normal letter. That's actually what it starts with. The next one is if a variable name cannot start with a number. Exactly. We said it starts with underscore. It cannot start with a number. Let's say you want to write 8, 9. You can't start a variable name with a number. You can't start with a number. Okay, so the next one here, the next instruction here. Okay, I'm trying to see if we have any question. The next instruction here is that a variable name can only contain alphanumeric character and underscores. That is, you can have A to Z, and obviously A to Z is what? A to Z is our numbers, our sorry, our alphabet. 0 to 9 is our normal, what's it called? Our normal number, while underscore is the character it takes in. So now, because I said, because I said a variable name contains no, it contains number from 0 to 9, that does not mean you should come and put number here. No, I said your variable name cannot start with a number. It can only start with underscore or the normal letter, but you can have your number in between your what, your variable. You can have your number, you can have your underscore in between your variable, like this. So like for example, I can say first name 1 and I can say first name 2. You can see there is no error, there is no error with this. But if I can say 2 first name, you can see we are having one error, one issue here. I can't start 2 first name, but I can say first name 1, first name 2. I can come here and say underscore first name. But now if I should add, look at it, if I should add at here, you can see that there's one problem here. You can't add at because our variable name only take letter, number, and then only underscore character. Only underscore character. So you can see that the way I have it here, I wrote and here. You can see and is actually causing a problem here. So make sure your variable name, you actually follow all these naming naming conventions too as well. So the next one is you create a name that actually makes sense. Okay, so let me start with variable names are case sensitive. So the question that person asked, is there a difference between website and website? That's what you mean by case sensitive. So let me explain the case sensitive aspects now. So now if you look at this now, we have first name, we have first name. Now if I should write first name here, if you look at this very carefully, you notice that on line 4 we have first name all small letter, while on line 5 we have it capitalized. And what I mean by capitalized is the first letter is in capital letter. That's what I mean by capitalized. So now this first name and this first name, they are both different. Now let's check if they are different. So let me say this one is OTC1, this one is OTC2. So now let me print first name, which is the first one, that's the all small letter. Let me print this. So now if I should come over to this place and then run my code, so you can see we are getting OTC1. We are getting OTC1. But now if I should put the capital letter here and save and come over to this place and then run my code again, you can see we are getting OTC2. Sorry, I've made one mistake here. All right, so you can see we are getting, let me clear this one. So you can see we are getting OTC2. So you can see we have to be like our programming languages, they are all case sensitive. It's only normal HTML and the likes that are not programming language, that are not case sensitive. But programming language, they are case sensitive. Even if, let's say for instance, I have first here, if I just change only this one, if I change only this E here, that means they are what? Let me change this back to the normal one. Look at it. If I change only this E here, you can see that it's actually what? Very, very case sensitive. So you have to be careful of the way you write your variable name, so you don't put yourself in unnecessary stress, because sometimes you might forget that, oh, I have our programming language is case sensitive. Sometimes you might forget. It happens a lot that you might be, okay, let's say you want to print OTC2. You want to print OTC2, and then what you are writing is first name, and you are wondering, why is it not working? Is it not first name? Is it not first name? That's because our programming language is case sensitive. So you have to make sure that the first one and then is the same one here. You can see that this one is capital letter. So now if I put the capital letter here, I'm saying it again, and then come here to run my code, you can see we have OTC2. It is case sensitive. All right, so let's look at the next thing I have on my slide. So the next one I have, create a name that makes sense. Suppose vowels makes more sense than V. So what do we mean by create name that makes sense? You know, there are sometimes you might be tempted that let's say I want to write like a variable name for a particular thing. Let's say I want to write welcome to OTC, and you know what I'm trying to say is welcome to OTC. Now I can decide to put x equals to, I say welcome to OTC here. If I say welcome to OTC here, if you look at, based on my explanation about variable, now look at it, you can see that the data is not giving a good reference to the variable name, because the variable name is x. What does x mean? It doesn't make sense. But now if I put welcome here, it makes more sense, because now it shows that, oh, that's actually the welcome message. Please, do we all get what I'm trying to say? Look at it. I said put a variable name that makes more sense. If I wrote x here, let's say I have x here, x doesn't make any sense. And there are some times that, you know, if you write the code today, you might come back to it tomorrow, and then you'll be looking for, wait, where did I put the welcome message? Where did I put? And then you did not remember that you used x for it, because x now, this now, it doesn't make sense. And then you'll be wondering, what did I name this variable? What did I name this variable? You are the one making that mistake. So please use a name that actually makes more sense, rather than using x or using y or using b. Define your variable name according to the data you're actually going to be having. Please, let's do that. Okay, so I have welcome here. Let's do it back. So I have welcome here. So now obviously when I come back to this code, it is going to be more readable to me. It's going to, anybody can come here and understand what I just wrote here. But if I just put x here, people might not really understand what I'm trying to say. That's why we have to make sure our variable name are making more sense. So the next thing I have here is you can use camel case, you can use Pascal case, you can use snake casing. But in Python programming, the most popular one we use is snake casing. And what do I mean by case? So now if I should come here and then have my, so let's say I have my first, I want to use first name for example. So if I should have first underscore name here, underscore name, this is what we mean by snake case. This is what we mean by snake case. Now, what do you mean by Pascal case? Look at this now. No, this is not Pascal case. So let me say I wrote this. I wrote first name. This is what we mean by Pascal case. Pascal case means capitalized. That is, every first word is going to be in capital letter. Every first word. You can see this first. Now, F is in capital. Name is in capital. So you can decide to use snake case or you use Pascal case. Which other case do I have here? I have camel case too as well. So what do I mean by camel case? So camel case means the next word is going to be capitalized. So what do I, let's do that. So if I write first, then after first, the next one is going to be what? In capital letter. The first word, this thing is going to be capital. So this is what? Camel case. Sorry, let me write it very well. Camel case. This camel case. So these are the naming conventions that we actually have. We have snake case, we have Pascal case, we have camel case as well. So no, I already said it. I said the most used for Python developers is snake case. Obviously, Python is a snake, so that's why we use snake. Very, very well. So please, with my explanation about variable, I believe everyone should be able to have a good understanding of variable. I believe. Let me know in the comment section if you on everything I've discussed tonight. Let me know in the comment section if you actually understand everything. Some people are just reacting. Okay, so don't worry, you can react. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. All right, very good. Thank you very much for the feedback. All right. So in the this is where we are actually going to be stopping the class for today, because it's actually meant to run for 1 hour, but because of the introduction and then the installation, it actually takes a lot of time. That's why we did not really go into core programming. I just want to explain the major concepts we have here. So I believe your time was not wasted. Let me know. I believe your time was not wasted today. You actually gained something in the class today. Please, if you actually gained something in the class, you can actually drop a comment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Very good. So in the next class, again, a lot. Thanks for the session. So in the next class, we are going to move further in Python program. We are going to, we are going to dance more in Python. Work with a lot of things in Python too as well. So thank you very much for having me tonight. I appreciate you guys for joining the class. Thank you very much. So yeah, over to Afo. So is Afo here? Let me check. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Or let me even know if wait, see the see the amount of time you open. Thank you for the section. All right. So let me know. Let me know. I hope nobody has any question before we end the class. Let me know if you have any question. If you have any question, drop it in the comments. If you have any question. Now I said any question per se. Oh yeah, if you have any question. I believe no question, so we can end the class now. Thank you very much for the class. All right. Thank you very much. So see you guys on the group. What you gained in the class today, please drop it in the group so they will know that those that didn't join, so they will know they are actually missing. Those that didn't join, please drop it in the group so you actually notify um your colleagues too as well. All right. So thank you very much for joining. Yeah. Bye bye. Let me stop sharing my screen.